So, like I always say, if you're down with the real shit and you're not down with the bullshit, like and subscribe. Check it out. I feel like it's one of those moments to really be real, you know. And being real should always be the moment, truthfully, honestly. But even sometimes those that call themselves real are proclaiming that they're keeping it real don't consistently do it all the time. Given the circumstance and what they hope to gain and benefit from somebody or that circumstance, situation, whatever, people whole sense of realness gets altered. This happens, quite a bit, you know. That's why you can't really trust everything you see on TV or in the movies or everything you hear. The bottom line, what everybody needs to get back to is thinking as individuals. Fuck this group shit. Fuck this own code shit, cause all these damn groups and all these people talking about being on code, within that, they also got their own agenda and come with false propaganda to manipulate people's minds, have you thinking, yes, all of us that look the same color, all of us that are of the same race, all of us that are of the same gender, all of us that are of the same sexual orientation, we must unite because this situation or this cause affects all of us across the board. So we all need to unite. It's nothing different than political jargon that comes from all the fucking politicians that screw us and that have been screwing us since, the beginning of the political process. So all that shit ain't real, man. And y'all gotta wake up and just stop being stupid and dumb behind that fucking shit, man. Don't let anybody say or tell you you're obligated to think like this. You're obligated to choose like this. You're obligated. So a group of people are going to get together and control your life and tell you how to think. Then how can you say you're a thinker in any form or fashion when your thoughts are convoluted and controlled by entities outside of you, especially outside of your environment that you were raised up in, and the first environment is inside your mom's womb. The second environment is the household that you grew up in. And then the outside world comes after that, So people got the protocol of that all misconstrued. And we're talking about grown people. We ain't talking about kids. Until kids grow up and go through the process of living life and learning how a lot of things work, we give leeway to children because we know they don't understand everything yet. But once you fully grown, once you start getting in like, it's like once you get to in your mid 30s, it's kind of like you're supposed to have certain things down by that time, and you see a lot of older fools out here, like they say, age ain't nothing but a number, because you have a lot of people that's still stupid, ignorant, into their 40s, into their 50s, and something happened where the proper process of thinking and analyzing things and breaking stuff down as an individual, being able to decipher and, deconstruct mentally what something is, to be able to figure out what is at the root or the heart of the matter of things. There's a lot of people like that get that old and still don't have it, And once you kind of see a person get past 40, people say, people get older, they get set in their ways. Yeah, once they get past 40 and they still rambling on saying stuff to where you like, damn, that's just totally idiotic. Like, that's who they are. that's just who they are. Then you just gotta basically leave that shit alone, man. Like, don't even keep trying to convince them like too much. It's kind of like it's like how you have to retire athletes after they get so old. It's like, hey, man, we love what you did for us, what you used to do, but you can't do that anymore. So therefore, you don't do us any service. We'll just be paying you to just be here. That makes no sense. Well, there's a lot of people, man, even within your family, or you might have friends where like you've been friends with them a long time, people you grew up with, and you like, this fool is gone. They really in their own world, you know. They just some people where you have to say, hey, they're lost. We usually like refer to people like there's a saying like well, like a lot of dudes, you know, we'll talk about certain people where we'll say, oh, that person gone, man. When they, you know, they get referred to as being gone. You say, oh, what's up with so and so, man? He be doing this and doing that. Oh man, that fool gone, man. He gone, man. You just, I don't know what the fuck wrong with him. When somebody say you gone, that means like there's no hope for you. You know, you lost. You know, it's basically like another slang way of just, you know, slang definition of saying that person lost. You know, they just, you don't get back. Ain't no reversing that. That's like somebody that just got a brain defect. But now in saying all that, really constructively, with true intellectual understanding, we need to address a lot of things. Well, there's always a lot of things going on, but pertaining to the fact that, yo, man, this whole thing with, and I'm referencing back to the incident that's been online. They've been talking about the restaurant just down in Texas where the women just got up and was twerking in the restaurant. And the owner asked them several times to stop doing that because he was saying, I seen part of the video where he was saying that he was trying to, as a black man, build something for black people to be able to come to a respectful type of venue, a restaurant where, you know, there's something that the black community can take pride in. He was taking pride in it. And, you know, where like he was just basically trying to say, because he wound up having to address them. But it sounded like system, basically. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, and it's probably, and I've heard commentary where some people said that they were offended by the simple fact that they didn't like his way of how he dealt with the matter of addressing the women, telling them, I think like after the third time, or it was the third time, to basically he didn't like what they were doing. They were disrespecting him. He is the owner. He told you to stop doing that. Okay? He came over there several times, told you to stop doing that. You know, what is it about? And I don't, I only say, let's say, just like I said, keeping it real. If we say black women, we're only saying black women because that's the majority of the time of who you see doing this in inappropriate places, you know, and this harkens back to Lizzo, what she did at the Staples Center during the Laker game. All these women just think like when they choose to just turn up and start twerking, no matter where they are at, and having this idea or understanding that nobody's supposed to criticize them or say anything about them when they're doing this. You're sitting up here doing this in front of children at times. Older people, see, we don't have respect for our elders anymore like we used to. So we just X them out like in our minds mentally. I remember a time where we used to be conscious of older people. where we just didn't, talk loud, we didn't curse, we didn't, it was things we just didn't, like what we normally do as young people especially, but we didn't do that when we seen older people. Now, it's like a thing, people have this mindset, like, they look at older people, like, in a sense, like, shut up. Like, nobody gives a damn about what your old ass got to say, or you're just old. It's easy to always dismiss elder statesmen or any type of commentary that comes from older people as some kind of out of date, out of touch type comment that bears no real merit. So that means we have a lot of young people, or this whole generation that has been, born into the world the last couple of decades ago, where it's just everybody's, it's all about this free for all way of behaving and thinking. That's uncivilized. That's what that is. If we have no order, we have no laws, we don't to govern ourselves by, then there's no there's no level of accountability and responsibility that we all concur with to keep us all orderly, so that we don't offend each other or disrespect each other, and also make worse things happen. You see a lot what's going on in hip hop today with, what am I talking about? Rap music. That's not hip hop, because the stuff that's been going on for the past couple of decades does not really pertain itself to the culture. Not the culture of hip hop. It's a culture, but it's not a culture of hip hop. These guys are just rapping. That's all they're doing. It's rap music. So let me, correct myself on that. But we see, man, I've never seen this. This has been the worst year for rappers being killed. I mean, now it's just like killing a rapper is just a thing now. Rappers killing rappers is just, it's just crazy. It's like, so you got to think, what does that have to do with the music? See? But you'll have people who will try to misconstrue street culture, thug culture, and try to combine it with some form of influence from hip hop, and then say, see what that music, see, and then you always see these storylines where people, and it goes back to NWA, and I remember when they did this, and it's like, you got these people, I don't know what the hell that is, like, especially like a lot of individuals, like, you have different individuals from New York who will just, sometime every once in a while, these guys much older now, and they'll keep going back to that. I remember when NWA came out. Yeah, and and they used NWA to downplay the consciousness of hip hop. And then when okay, first of all, even before NWA, everybody wasn't conscious. 2 Live Crew, came out. And I've never heard anybody just going off talking about 2 Live Crew destroyed the social consciousness of hip hop. Yeah, because you guys, you like seeing them women on that stage shaking and doing all, yeah, y'all like what Luke brought in the strip club to the stage. And y'all know y'all loved it, but was that really moral? Was that conscious? Was that not? But you don't have nothing to say about that. But you'll keep going back to this whole history of NWA and talking about, I like I said, pertaining to this whole situation as far as the rappers killing each other and all that stuff, I'll, do that on another video. But the whole thing, getting back to what's recently going on with the women who were twerking in the restaurant, that was that man's restaurant. He told you to stop. You should have stopped. That's it. The man got frustrated after that. We know how things go. Like I said, we're just keeping it real. After you done told somebody something again and again and again, you're gonna get tired of that shit. Because you're trying to be cordial. You're trying to take the high ground. In the few times that you repeated where you were repetitive with what you were saying, and you feeling inside even when you're doing stuff like that, I shouldn't have to repeat myself, but I'm gonna do it anyway. A lot of people out here are remedial, man. There's a lot of people out here who, truthfully, we think when we see these adult, we think they got all their mental faculties. I tell people sometimes there's all different various forms of mental illness. If we look at some of our friends and we honestly assess them before we address an issue or thinking about what they truthfully do or how they talk or how they think about things, if we didn't like say, well, we bring in the whole obligation to the friendship understanding type of, way of addressing stuff, and we just looked at them as just an individual, we would have to admit that we got friends that like, we could also say it's kind of cuckoo, or like as the Latinos say, loco in the cabasa. Based upon how we've grown and seen the things they've done, listen to how they think about stuff. But, and even within our families, we know we got crazy aunties, crazy uncles, cousins, even some of our sisters and brothers we know was kind of like off kilter, like something ain't up here is not right, but we love them through it, but we love them through it, but we still understand that there's a problem up here. So there's a lot of people in this world, man, and especially like and it's sad, like a lot of black people, because they feel like they are not supposed to be. They feel like, one, they don't have to be accountable, they don't have to be responsible, and it's like it's always an excuse for their emotional blow up of anything that they do. And it's like, and black folks just kind of chalk that up in a sense to just being black. Okay, well, everybody's just not gonna let you do what the fuck you want to do. Ain't nobody gonna let you come over and disrespect their house. Ain't nobody just gonna let you disrespect them. Ain't nobody gonna let you just do what the hell you want to do to their kids. Everybody just not gonna let you do what you want to do to whatever they own, their car or whatever, their clothes, or touch me or touch them, or anything, just because you feel like it, and then something gets said to you, and you get the attitude like, oh, now you're offended. Like, but that happens, and you got some of these women who have been sitting up here, tripping about how the owner of the restaurant addressed the women, because they said, well, he addressed it. It could have been a better way he did that. Like, cause I'm gonna tell you, I know, how he did it, the way he did it. If you get a chance to watch the video, about the women twerking, in the restaurant in Texas, cause that thing, I guess is going viral. So, a lot of people heard of it. It's trending and stuff. The way that he addressed it, I think he did that on purpose. Because I can understand it. Because people do that sometimes. Where it's like, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking openly about it because I want everybody to hear this. Because, yeah, even though you're the target, you're the person that did whatever. Because a lot of times people be like, well, why if so-and-so did something, why aren't you just talking to them? Why are you talking so everybody can hear it? This don't have, sometimes people do that purposely because in their mind, this does pertain to everybody. It's like saying, okay, I know there's more. There's just one of you fucking buffoonish, ignorant ass, N-words. I'm just shooting to be nice right now. I really don't give a fuck, because there was older people that when I was younger used to tell me like, oh yes, there is a difference. Oh yes. But where people would say, I love black people. Even my mom used to say, I love my black people, but I can't stand a nigga. And see, when that truthfully gets said, y'all know what the hell is being said. Black people who just choose to be buffoonish and ignorant and don't have no responsibility for how they act, behave, because they make us really look bad as a people. But it's like the ones who want to engage in that behavior act like that is supposed to be the black culture. They want to show the world this is who we are. When we want those people who like that, black men want everybody to, we some neck craning, finger popping, sashing, thinking we the shit, thinking our shit don't stink, and will beat your motherfucking ass if you say any damn thing to me about what the fuck I'm doing or what I'm saying type of people. They take a sense of pride in that shit. That's because that's how they really want to project black folks. You got dudes. Black dudes want to walk around all the damn time like, yeah, I'm a fucking wish you would stare at me for too long. I'll beat your ass, show you I ain't no punk motherfucker, type of person. I'm a fucking easy to get triggered, what you gonna do type of nigga, however I fucking respond to you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we black folks is. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want that type of culture to resonate with black people and across the board with everybody, as far as like, this is what our culture is. This is how we are. So you're supposed to look at that and say, oh shit, them black motherfuckers is crazy. Black people will whoop your ass if you stare at them too long. Black people will whoop your ass if you try to correct them. Black people will whoop your ass if you try to hold them responsible. Black people will whoop your ass if you try to hold them accountable. Well, guess what? If that's the truth, then you can't blame people for having this attitude like, oh shit, I don't want them black motherfuckers up in here. Oh goddamn, oh hell no. Too many of them motherfuckers coming here. This shit might get turned out, like, oh shit, they might fuck up my business. Oh man, give my business a bad reputation and everything. Oh shit, because, hell, if that's the case, then it's like, oh damn, then people have to look at us like as wild animals. So they don't know what the fuck we might do. So now when you got people just be, when you walking into certain establishments and then all of a sudden you getting that look like, you going to the liquor store and then the guy behind the counter, he's cool with everybody else and stuff, talking to the white people, talking to the Latinos, talking to, Latinos will get it too if they got a certain look to them and shit like that. The dudes, you coming in there with motherfucking devil horns on your neck and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you sitting up there with motherfuckers getting pushed off a cliff in the hell, tattoo saying "Vile Candidos" or shit like, yeah, you get that look too, motherfucker. What the fuck, like, but yeah, if that's what you want to resonate in people's mind, then how are you going to look at people when you go in certain establishments and as soon as they start seeing the little hood chicks and they see the black boys walking in with their pants hanging down, and all of a sudden people are like, yeah, everybody's cool, talking, hey, good weather we're having, this and that, blah, blah. As soon as ding dong, you hear the bell at the door, and here come a young black person walking, yeah, like ding dong. And all of a sudden they looking, you're out in the store, and then y'all walking around talking about, what the fuck is everybody looking at? Why is motherfucker staring at me? What the fuck is going on? You ain't never seen anybody black before? Damn. These motherfuckers is a trip. These motherfucking racists. Let's get the fuck out of here. But y'all want that to resonate with people that we some crazy motherfuckers. Y'all better leave alone. Like, so, and we can come into your place of business, no matter where the fuck you at, and we can do what the fuck we want. We black. You better leave us the fuck alone, or we'll whoop your ass. We'll fuck you up. We'll kill you. And anybody that talks about us having behavior like that, oh, them motherfuckers. If you're black, oh, you a sellout. Oh, you a coon. You a stupid motherfucker. Oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you trying to be down for them white people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you probably want to motherfucker kiss white people ass. If white people criticize us for acting like that, oh, you fucking racist. You fucking prejudiced. Fuck you, motherfucker. You want me to kiss your ass? Yeah, you think you my slave master? Yeah, you just, you know. If it's somebody that's non-white and they say something about, oh, you just want to be white too. Oh, you think because these white motherfuckers be over here doing us the way they be doing us, you think you can look at us and shit and say what the fuck you want? Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. But it never has nothing to do with what the fuck we do. The Bible even tells you that, you know, we all play a part in our destruction. You know, people can be doing stuff to you, but you could also be doing things at the same time to make it bad and worse on you. So it's like you're helping the person who wants to destroy you, destroy yourself by the way that you carry yourself, by your demeanor and your attitude, and not being able to control your emotions. This owner of this restaurant has gotten blowback from some people because they felt like, oh, he didn't have to address them the way he did. He should have like took them aside individually and told, no. And I'm not going to say he shouldn't. I'm not going to say, yes, there is a sense of professionalism if you're a business owner that you are supposed to, you know, exhibit. I understand that. That is true. But we as human beings, if we're going to be honest, we truthfully can understand why he blew up. Like, that man is running, he created a business. He hired black people. He's like, damn, I'm an example of somebody who gave back to not just, you know, the community, but our community. And this is how y'all gonna treat me and act like when I come over and tell black women to stop doing something. You basically, and we know what it is. Like I said, I just explained how our people is. You know, y'all that's in the know, y'all know what that was. He walked over there explaining to them, excuse me, man. Excuse me, ladies. Can you guys not do that? In their mind, when he was talking to them, you know what it was. Mentally, they were saying, fuck you. You don't tell me what the fuck to do, nigga. Fuck your ass here, motherfucker. Them same women, though, like some people will speculate and say, but if you went to a white establishment, you wouldn't have did that. Just simple and plain as that. You would not have went to a white establishment and just start turning up in front of everybody twerking. You wouldn't have did it. You would have had more respect for that establishment. You would have controlled yourself. You would have sat down, ate your food. You guys would have had mild conversation and enjoyed the meal, and y'all would have left. But you go to a black place, oh, because it has that black ambience. See, it's like when we see our fellow N-words like all around, oh, it must be cool to act out now. There's some thugs in here. And also like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song, there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. See, when you see your fellow hoe, hey girl, let's turn up. Fuck it. Because you see black as embodying that culture, the turn up culture, the thought culture, the twerking culture. So that just shows you how we don't even respect our own people. Like, even when they do something good, even when they are somebody to be admired, you know, um, gave praise for trying to give back to the community. He didn't have to. There's some story I seen once where a guy wanted to do business with Snoop Dogg. The guy thought that the business was going to be opened up somewhere, I don't know, either in Long Beach or LA or something like that. The guy said Snoop Dogg had wound up talking to him later and said he was still down to do the business deal. But he told him, hey, man, but as long as, it was in a sense like saying, as long as we don't have whatever the business was going to be in a black neighborhood, because niggas don't act right and stuff like that. And dude said he was shocked, like, what? Like, hold on, like, I think that was the situation where he had the opening of the place, and he said some of the dog pound showed up, but Snoop didn't, and Snoop was some damn where else catting off, and he was supposed to be there, and a lot of, things I guess went wrong. But I just say that to say, look, there's a lot of people, black folks that have money, that had that mentality. I ain't fucking investing back in the hood. I ain't fucking building shit for black folks because niggas don't act right. Then somebody goes and do it, then look what happened. So then you keep asking this redundant ass question. Why don't these black celebrities give back to the black community? Why don't they do this? We got all these millionaires. Why don't they do that? We could have our own schools. We could do this. We could do that. We could do that.